Okay, we should be live and good, and yep, looks good. Okay, cool. Hey, you guys, welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna be talking about all of the new gameplay trailers and everything that I've seen so far. So, what I'm going to do is I've compiled a list of like I think 10 different trailers and YouTube videos that are what's the word for it? That have like new stuff and stuff we haven't seen. So hey, welcome Leon. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. The first one, I have a bunch of stuff. These first two trailers have so much stuff in them, so let's just jump right into it. If it's too loud, let me know. So, first off, like, huge. Like, so big. It looks so good. I really like the music. So, first thing we have is Hyper Hammer. It actually follows the same combo that we saw. Oh, God. I'm so sorry about that. It follows the same combo that we saw before in the previous trailer. So, I'm wondering if the, so a drill punch we see, hopefully you can't see my cursor, but bunch of different stuff. So I'm gonna actually go back if I can find my mouse. I can't, it's gone. There we go. Okay, so I wanna go back. So, we have this upward diagonal, and then we have this ground punch. And so I actually wanna, it might be here. There's one point where he just keeps doing these ground punches, and so it makes me think that it's a combo modifier. Hey, welcome guys. You're not sure how you feel about all the Flammation markers? What do you mean? So here, right here, he just keeps doing this over and over again. And we have a finisher that is with the ground punch. It really makes me think that we have combo modifiers, which is awesome. Hey, welcome Eric. And Moonlight, awesome. So, look at this. Awesome. I'm glad I paused here. Shot locks. First, we have, I think, like a customizable shot lock. So we have Ghost Horde. And the bottom left, you can see that. Could be a directional attack for ground smash. Yeah, it could be. I'm thinking more like square. So in Kingdom Hearts 2, we had X and square that you could interchange to do different combos. So I'm thinking that could be it. So now watch when he gets to max, it changes to drill dive. And so each Keyblade has a shot lock that I'm pretty sure you can customize. And then when you hit max, it actually changes to a shot lock that like a max shot lock that you can do. And so for this Keyblade, it's always going to be drill dive when you hit the max shot lock. So I think we have Agile Claws coming up next. So it's a similar combo. It's actually really strange. It seems to change, this Keyblade seems to change depending on how far away people are. And also, if you notice, when you get hit, you actually lose your Keyblade transformation. It disappears. So if you guys remember, I did a power form analysis, and I was talking about when you hit the when you went into athletic flow, you change back to your Keyblade. So I think that's the same idea here, that it kind of confirms that when you go into flow motion, it's going to change you back to your original Keyblade. Hopefully, I'm not sure. I don't know yet. Also, it looks like for all this footage that they started at level 1. Yeah, I saw that. And so you see here, Twin Yo-Yos actually has the same ground and air combo. And go back again. So here we have him on the ground doing this wave, and then we have the same exact thing while he's in the air. And we've actually seen this a couple times with a bunch of different moves. That the air combo and the ground combo are actually really similar. He probably just beefed down all the enemies for the demo and whatnot. Yeah, that could be it. I think they do pretty good damage, though. I think this seems pretty similar. Again, here we have Snake Bite, and then when we get to max, it changes to Warp Trick, which then pushes him into his level 2 transformation with the yo-yos. And also, I've actually seen here when you actually get hit there, you can actually continue the combo, and so it doesn't just stop you from attacking, which is nice. This shows off how huge the map is. It goes on for a pretty long time. You can actually see, though, that he comes up on Galaxy Toys here. So, like at this crack here right before the fire hydrant, that's probably where it changes. So, what else? Oh yeah, we have this lock-on that's attributed with traction flow, which we saw in another trailer I'll point out. But this shadow down here by the command bar has this special bar that when you hit them will trigger an attraction flow, which is different depending on where you're at and what world you're in. All the enemies look really good. Yeah, I know, right? Just everything looks fantastic. It's so cool. We get a bunch of different iterations of this rocket launcher, which after the first, second time, it's kind of like cool. It's like, I'm not super interested in these robots, so I'll probably skip through that. Oh yeah, the music is good. So I actually haven't got to hear any of the music because I was listening to it in at work, so I had to have it muted. But yeah, so you have like your markers, so you know like who's bad, who's good. Okay, let's move on because honestly the mechs are kind of boring. So I'm really interested to see. We finally get a look at Mirage Staff and how it works, which I'm so excited for. So Mirage Staff is the entangled Keyblade that we get from the Corona, I think it's called, or something. So we have this first attack, he gets hit, and then we have like a Thunder Surge, or Surge type of attack from Birth by Sleep. So, and also if you look at it, sorry, I'm like really interested in this because I haven't actually got to look at a lot of the forms. So you can actually see him stop moving, and as he's moving, he starts to go into his Wave Dash, which is similar to the Wisdom form. When do you have to use the mechas to beat the mechas? I think no, they've shown damage, like showing that you defeat one. This move is amazing. I don't know how this works, but did you see how much damage that did? Like watch. So he has like half health, and watch the health bar. Like just destroys his health bar. It's insane. And again, if you check out the shot lock, before you hit max, it's Drain Shock. And then when you hit max, it changes to Spectral Rays, changes to your transformation, does its shot lock. It also seems like all 3 Keyblades are Goddess. So I don't know if it's in order. Yeah, I did notice that when you, it'll like kind of just flip to the next one. Hoping it's a little bit easier to change than that, but it's very fast though, it's not horrible. Let's see. Hey, Crystal, what's going on? So, okay, so the shooting red, actually, you can see Donald and Goofy shooting out on the side of you. So I'm assuming they just do it, like, random. Also shows that you can do the finisher and still actually keep going. So on the bottom corner, you can see the finish command be used, and then you're still in the shooting red. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, doing pretty well. Like we can't know for sure that Monster Inc. and Corona come before a toy box. Yeah, I think they just gave them all the Keyblades. I think, honestly, I think the gummy missions are going to be like, it's going to be an open map, and you can kind of go to the different worlds in that first section. So you can go to Corona or Toy Story first, much like how you can go to Mulan or Beast Castle first in Kingdom Hearts 2. You can kind of decide which one you want to go to. This is actually really interesting. It's changed a lot since the last time we've seen it. Yeah, we're doing a lot analysis. So it changes the backgrounds, and also we have these lasers spinning around on the bottom, which we didn't have in the Monsters Inc. trailer. What else did I see in this one? Oh yeah, it's huge, like 3 floors at least. What else? It's like so chill too. Oh yeah, Rick and Ralph. Here we go. And also, really cool, in the right you can see a skip sequence button, which will speed things up, which is nice. Also looks like you don't take damage during the ride things. Yeah, but I did see you could take damage while you're summoning, which is not the greatest. So yeah, we have different types of blocks we can build off of, and then we can finish and destroy them all. It's really cool that it stuns enemies while they're in that light. And yeah, I think that's it for this one. Cool. So this is, you can see that he has his Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes on. So this is probably like right when we get to the Olympus world. Probably as we're trying to get up to Olympus to probably find Hercules. I don't know. The running here looks a little off when you are switching between like going left and right. By the way, can I post an extended version for this? What do you mean? So Arrow equals water and Ralph is digital-ish. Yeah. I thought it was really cool. So here, it's a little strange. It's probably still working on making that good. Oh, is it really? Huh. That's weird. I haven't dropped any frames. It just looks a little strange with his Keyblade just kind of, I don't know. So again, here we have Snakebite, which makes me believe that you'll be able to customize your original shot lock, and then when you hit max, it'll be like a special shot lock for the Keyblade. Because we saw Snakebite with the Monsters Inc. Keyblade. Oh, awesome. Is that like the press release for Square Enix? Would have been cooler if those rocks were reaction command stuffs. Yeah, I doubt they'll have reaction commands. Be nice though. So, oh, this is pretty cool. So after flow motion, you can go straight into attacks in the aerial. So that's really cool. And then we have Flare Force, which is awesome. It's a little different. It does pretty good damage though. That comment reminded you of the claws. Which one? Let's go back. Yeah, so that's his. Oh, interesting. He actually, I'm pretty sure he dodged out of the rest of it. I'll leave this here if you want to check it out. Oh, yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, again, turning just looks a little strange. Oh, wait. Let's see. Yeah, no. Someone actually, while they were playing, got hit. And it's cool. The smaller rocks don't actually hit you off the ledges. They, you can still recover, which is really nice. Rip Duck Flare. It still does good damage. I think they kind of balanced it a little bit because Flare Force was insane in Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it's called Flare Force. Okay, here we're in second form. Let me see. Oh, they have a new finisher for this. So right here, we have this weird finisher that kind of looks similar to Aqua's. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. We have here, he automatically, so whenever you use a command, you revert back to your base form. So we've seen this a billion times. I think this is different though, where you can shoot instead of just, I guess, like driving the train into him. Duck Flare has always been called Flare Force. Yes. Yeah, okay. Did I call it duck fire? My bad. So, and it looks like they actually changed the finisher. Because he no longer throws the train towards him. He does like a huge explosion. It's kind of strange looking, actually. Looks like a lot of button combinations for fighting. Yeah, so I don't know if you were here before, it looks like common modifiers might be back. So with, I can actually go back and show that off. So yeah, this right here kind of looks a little strange, but it's okay. That's it for that one. I'm gonna go back just real quick to the. So we have this attack, and then you can do a downward, like hit, and then he shows off here that you can just keep doing it. So it makes me think that you'll have some kind of combo modifier where you can either trigger ground smashes or do like the normal attack. But let's move on. You would think out of all the Titans they brought Rock Titan back. I know, right? Okay, so what do we have on this one? Is it just completely quiet? I guess that's okay. So we have these tutorial screens that are similar to the 0.2. Also, it's on Xbox. That's cool. I kind of like these a lot because you can just quickly close them, and so it's not this like long, lengthy tutorial process. You can just close the screen and keep moving, which is really nice. It's nice to like see someone that's never played it before react to all this stuff. It seems like it's not punishing at all to kind of like fall off. It seems like you jump on really quick. Combat looks fun with some exceptions in my opinion. And you're concerned about the movement in this game. Oh really? What combat do you not like? Let's see the combat. Oh yeah, okay, so I actually want to jump forward because we already saw him jump up here. So I am concerned about one of these attacks. Let's see where he gets to it. So when he's in the air, let's see if he goes into the air here. This attack, this light pillar attack, I really don't. I feel weird about it. See, because he's already gone, so he's not locked onto anything, and so he kind of just dashes forward, and then we have another time where he's attacking. And he just kind of like whips around. There's one where, let me see if I can find it. This one right here. It's very straight. Like he just like whips around. It's so strange. I'm not a huge fan of that. You know about Flight 19? I don't. What is that? So we get to look at the transformation into second form. It looks a little different. I feel like I need to go back and look at it. But it seems like it's changed just a little bit when he's changing into it. Still cool. Still looks awesome. It looks like Hurricane, I think it's called Hurricane Dive from Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 1 is back. So that's cool. I'm wondering if we're going to learn attacks with second form. Because if you remember back to the orchestra trailer, the attacks that he was using in Olympus are completely different than this. We had Magnet Burst, we had Aerial Finisher, so he's not using that stuff here, so it makes me think that maybe we will have like maybe levels to these forms that we like go get new abilities and new finishers. We shall see though. So the interesting thing here, when he gets up here, when he goes into second form, look at this, it doesn't actually do the animation. See if he does it. Wait for it. There we go. See? So, for some reason, it doesn't like zoom in and do the whole cinematic thing, which I love. I don't know why it doesn't do it, but it's cool. Because it might mean that we can trigger those off, or like make sure that they don't show up, which makes the gameplay a lot faster, so we're not having to watch all these cinematic scenes. What else? Flare Force like destroys this. He has like a full bar of health. I think it takes it almost all the way down, or all the way down. Yeah, pretty close. Like pretty strong. I like it. Flight 19 was a designation of a group of 5 Grumman PBM Avenger torpedo bombers that disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle. I have not heard of that. Could be a second visit type deal. What do you mean? Okay, look at this. This kind of I don't like this. So you're supposed to run forward, and for whatever reason, it doesn't like trigger, and then he like gets caught here. That makes me a little eh. This movement still looks a little strange, because as you see, he was supposed to, pretty sure he was supposed to climb up this right side, and then he just like zipped over to the left side. So I'm not really excited about that. What else? Okay, so yeah, we had a tutorial about how traction flow works. And for you guys that don't know, you can read this if you want to. Pause it. Pretty much, they'll have a special indicator on them, and when you hit them, it'll trigger a situation command, which then you can trigger. For this one, it's Big Magic Mountain, but they're different for whatever place you're at. So, and then we can see that this is the new finisher because he actually triggers it. Where does he trigger it at? Yep, so he triggers it here. Not exactly sure what it does. I think it just like shoots out a bunch of stuff from the chimney and it hurts him more. Maybe because he attacked first. Oh yeah, maybe. So maybe if you're in the middle of an attack, it'll just go straight to the animation. It'll skip the animation. Okay. So a couple things here that were a little, not happy about. He's gonna go into Hyper Hammer here. Okay, and watch, right there. You can get hit out of this finisher, even though it's cinematic. You see him start to do the finisher, and then he gets hit out of it, which makes it, I don't like that. That's really weird. I'm not super happy about that. Second form during Kingdom Hearts 2 costume opening sequence. Maybe the demo is all wonky, not the same for the actual game. Yeah, so I think you're going to have access to second form before you get your Kingdom Hearts 3 clothes. I think second form is him triggering his old powers, and he's not strong enough to actually like keep that going, so that's why it's like kind of like a form. Hey Mario, welcome. I talked about this in a video I did about second form, but at the end of 2.8, he talks about going to see somebody to regain his power, and so that's Hercules. And Hercules can like use his god power for like a short amount of time in the Kingdom Hearts universe, and so we'll see him like glow yellow and then use like a god power, be like super strong for a short amount of time. And so I think Sora will kind of learn the same kind of thing where he can trigger it for a little while but can't hold it out for very long. Okay, so here he actually does a air combo, I believe. Let's see if I can find it. And he like completely whiffs, and I'm not super excited for that. Oh yeah, I can't wait to play it either. Let me see if I can skip forward to it. I don't know where it was, but he was doing some aerial combos and he whiffed, and it looked like it did not look good. I must have missed it. Anyways, he tried to do a couple aerial combos and it just did not work, which kind of worried me a little bit. We can see here the pool of water still kind of stays around after the attraction flow. Maybe it's here. I think he tries to hit one of the... Yeah. So, just completely missed him. I think he does it again here. Maybe not. Maybe I was seeing things. That didn't make me happy. And so, see right here, we can see when you're hitting the big body, even though he's being parried, he's still like able to keep attacking, which is nice. Hey, welcome, Jack. Have you also seen the leak of a person talking to Sora with a blue hair with the organization's jacket? Yeah, no, yeah, I did see that. I don't think they had an organization jacket on. I think it was actually a possessed doll, from what I remember reading. Okay, so I'm going to skip forward because I feel like the robots are really boring. I apologize if you enjoy that. Heard it might be Aqua who has been controlled. It's not Aqua, it's a doll being possessed. If I can find it, I'll show you some pictures that someone took of it. Okay, so I want to show this off here. He starts to go into this animation and then rolls out of it. Looks really smooth, actually. But I'm going to skip forward. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is cool too. So you have dialogue that happens while you're walking around, which I love. I think that's like the best thing ever. It's situational dialogue. And it just kind of adds to the... adds depth to the game. I feel like it's kind of like, oh, like we're walking around and talking about the scenery. I love it. It's so cool. So, notice here, I think, let me see. He'll fall for a longer time than he did with the, let's see, I think he falls here. So he keeps falling there, okay? But he didn't trigger his falling animation, right? But he fell for a lot longer than he did here. So here he triggers it, and then here he doesn't trigger it. So what it makes me think is that it's possible that the like falling animation, whatever you call it, can be triggered, which is awesome because then you can plan around how you're gonna fall and attack enemies. I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the transition from combat to just exploring is like really fast. So here he destroys the robot. Okay. Right here, he kills it. Boom, already back into explorer mode. So if you watch the command bar, as soon as the health bar depletes, it's back to like, you can open your menu, you can run around. It also shows you're still in Hyper Hammer, even though you're not in combat. I think that's really cool. Yeah, the doll looked really creepy. Yeah, I thought it was Aqua, maybe, or like another character that was from Final Fantasy, but it was creepy. These, I think these are Final Fantasy figurines. I could be wrong. This music is like so chill while you're fighting all these guys. Let me see, what else has he done? Oh yeah, this shows off the... Did I already miss it? You can do aerial combos with Hyper Hammer. I didn't think you would be able to. I thought it was going to be a ground-based only. But see here, it's similar to the actual combo on the ground, except that the smashes to the ground are now flips. So I'm going to show it one more time, and then we'll go back and look at the normal ground combo. So it does a flip, spin, flip, slide forward, and then a downward slash. So let's go look back at the... Does he actually trigger it? He might not actually do the combo. Okay, so he does a spin, smash down, another smash, and he slides forward, and he doesn't get the finisher off. But instead of the smashes, you do spins, so it's really similar to the ground combo, which I think is really cool. It's like looks like he's walking up the auto run by jumping. Oh yeah, right, when he's like trying to jump up the walls. Yeah, I did notice that. What else is there in this one? Oh wow, we were pretty far. Okay. So yeah, all this stuff you can run up. I think that's awesome. It's very like, it's not like too distracting. And it also lets you know like, hey, I can run up this. I think that's really cool. I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I'm like so excited for this. It's so cool. Look like Thrifter Bahamut toys, which had a version of them. So we already know this place is huge. I think Skyward Wing posted that it's only like 30% of the map, or like a very small percentage of what the actual world is. So we have him here going up into the vents, and then we see a thing on the left of the screen that says lower vents. So we have lower vents and a higher vents. So even more exploration. And I think this shows off... Let me see. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. I want to show off that the combos seem to change depending on how close the enemies are and or how far they are. So I think that's really cool. I think I missed it. But anyways, that's really cool. So combat can change depending on the nearness of enemies, how many enemies there are. So I think it's going to be a very smart system, which is really cool to make the combat really nice. I hope you can turn that off for like pictures and whatnot, the flow stuff. Oh, to like say like, oh, you're in flow motion right now. I don't think you will. I feel like even in Dream Drop distance, you couldn't trigger it off. Grab this again. Someone stepping in front. Oh, you know what? I think this is where he shows off the... Yeah, okay. So watch these. I think this will be... Yeah, okay, so watch these combos. You slide forward instead of usually starting with a smash. There's his finisher, and I think he does it again. Where he smashes and then slides forward. So depending on how close and far, how many enemies around you will determine like which attacks you do first, which I think is really interesting. Definitely a lot different than what we're used to. Because with most Kingdom Hearts, you have the same combo. So I think this will kind of add a little bit to the combat, making it a little bit more fresh, I guess is the right word for it. So what else do I want to show? Oh, this guy has the aerial link, which is nice. Let's see where it is. Here we go. So we finally get to see what this does. You also notice that he does the same animation that Ventus does when he's doing D-Links, kind of just keeping that, keeping the same animations because Ventus is in Sora's heart. There's a bunch of different animations actually that Sora does that Ventus does, and I made a video. I don't know where I put that video, but I have a bunch of notes on that if you guys want to see that. And so this is pretty cool. You can dive through the ground. I think this is just so cool. It looks so much fun. And I think it shows like the arrow finish for the Hyper Hammer transformation. Here we go, yeah. So it's just a huge slice down. And I think that's it for this one. I didn't like the Drill Punch and Hyper Hammer at first, but it's really growing on me. I think it's very nice to handle a bunch of enemies at once. We've also seen a couple more magic for Hyper Hammer, and they're the same idea that Fire was, where it kind of made a dome around you of fire. Does the same thing with Ice, does the same thing with Thunder. You also seen the full combat with Aerials of Link. Yeah, I think I have that somewhere. We're going to go to the next one. If you meant the white glow that indicates climb walls, I do hope it doesn't stay on the whole time. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, you. I don't know. Oh no. We don't want to hear that. Okay. I'm gonna jump forward. I wanted to show off the. So he uses magic here. Leaves behind this after effect. See that? That actually can trigger flow motion. So we saw that in with Drill Punch in the Toy Story trailer. So this is just kind of confirming that, hey, like when you use magic, like it can help you out. It's really cool. This one shows off that, again, showing that you can do different attacks. So if you remember back to the first time we saw this form in one of the first few trailers we were watching, he actually starts with a different attack. But because this enemy was farther away, he started with a dash. I think that's really cool. So he started, and the other one he started with the third attack here. So he started with this one instead of the surge, and I think that shows that combat is smart, knows how far the enemies are, and changes your combat to help with that. I think that's it. I don't think. Maybe that's the finisher. I don't know if that's actually the finisher though. Usually it's more cinematic, and this here just does not seem like super cinematic like the other ones are. I could be wrong. Pretty cool though. I like at the end of the aerial link it makes like a waterfall. Oh, I didn't see that. I think there's another one though that has aerial that we'll watch. But and then he just kind of reuses the trailer that we've already seen.
get a chance to explore a stunningly
I love this. This is so cool. Oh, well, he skipped it. Cool. Whatever. I did Lance. Yeah, I feel like it might be confusing, though, and you might forget what you can and can't go up. So I'm sure they'll probably keep that in. So what I wanted to show in this one... Okay, let's see. He shows that you can move up the wall, but you don't have to completely turn, so you can slowly move left and right without having to just do a complete turn. So I think he shows it off here. He's slowly angling to the right. So it's nice that you don't have to just do a super sharp turn. And then all this is stuff we've seen. And then again, these punches that are... So we see this attack, and then we see this one where he does, I think, 2 ground punches instead of 1. So I think it might be situational, but it also seems like you might just be able to trigger it. I think he does it. Oh, well, okay. Okay, here we see that it changes. Oh, wow, that was fast. If you watch the command menu, whatever you want to call it, it changes to diving strike instead of diving attack that it used to be. I think that transformations might have a different type of diving strike, but I haven't been able to confirm that. Let me see, that'll change into twin yo-yos. Again, showing that we can dodge out of combat, which is so nice. It also seems like the Toy Story world has less to do with the actual story of the movies. It's more involved in the story of Kingdom Hearts 3. So, they actually were talking about that a little bit when Toy Story trailer released. It is actually a story between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. So it's an actual completely new story that they're working with here. And it's supposed to integrate with Toy Story 2 and 3, I think. I might be wrong in that. I love the Agile Claws. Oh yeah, they changed it from Quick Claws to Agile Claws for the English version. Goodness, can't talk. What else? Oh, yeah, again showing off that when you get hit, you kind of revert back, lose a transformation. Okay, so he's gonna go into twin yo-yos here. Oh, just kidding, he's gonna do a finisher. Ah, twin yo-yos. And this is so cool. So again, changing combat to depending on how far away your enemy is. So he grapples to his enemies when they're too far. It's like his slide attack. So cool. Oh, let's watch it again. It's so cool. I love it. I think he does like a little kick too. Can't see it there. Yeah, he does a little kick. Let me go back one more time. I apologize. I didn't catch this the first time. Yeah, he's definitely doing a kick up. Yeah, I like Quick Claws too. It sounds a little bit better.
Galaxy Toys is on the other side of town.
Okay. Oh, and I love his idle animation, or like his running with the yo-yos. He just keeps flicking them. It's awesome. Okay. I think that's all this one is. It's just reusing footage that I guess they're gonna release the press footage. Yeah, the white glow shows up when you're close to non-magical walls. Looks like it'll say, yeah, I think it will. So we're gonna go to the next one. Let me see.
Kingdom Hearts 3 has been a long time coming. Well over a
decade. Ooh. Okay, so I think the only thing, because a lot of these, again, like I was saying, reuse footage. Okay, so the only thing I want to show here was that you can, I'm going to mute that, that you can change between keyblades with the D-pad. And so if you look at the command menu, you see that the attack has a little arrow on it, and you can press right, I guess, on the D-pad, and it should change to a different keyblade, hopefully. There we go. So it's like really quick. I'm sure other people have it too, but you can change to Ever After, changes the keyblade, don't even have to go to the menu. I think that's a fantastic idea. I've actually seen footage where you can change while you're in transformation, and so it'll change you out of that transformation into the next keyblade, and you can start getting up to that form. Axel would do really good with the yo-yo transformation. Right.
Hey guys,
So we're gonna go to the next one.
and we are at the Kingdom Hearts.
Meh. 304. Let me see. I have a bunch of timestamps. Yep, okay. So I just want to show off the aerial summon. Apologize for the talking. Doesn't seem like a lot different from the gameplay of 2.8 Aqua. The combat, I think, is a little bit more fluid. I think Aqua is really floaty. But oh yeah, okay, cool. So you can like shoot out stuff while you're diving. So we have splash, mermaid, dive, and then finish. Yep, finish. Okay, cool. Very pixely. That's a huge finish. Oh my goodness. Okay, this one I think was just. Oh yeah, we can jump off with our arrow magic. So he uses, and you can use magic while in second form. That's cool. But because remember in limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2, we couldn't actually use any magic. It was just those limits, and so they kind of worked with that a little bit and made it better. Also, the HUD system still looks a little strange with Sora, but that's okay, I guess. So yeah, so he uses, she should use, yeah, here we go. Jumps off of it into flow motion or athletic flow, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it for this one. Okay. So the first thing I want to show off is we get to see a full combo in second form. So a lot different than the combos we saw in the orchestra trailer. It does pull some stuff from the limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix with this move right here. I don't remember what it's called. And I think it's in Kingdom Hearts 1 too as well. I want those banners and posters used in the venue. Yeah, they look really good. They had something showing a new render of Sora, which was really cool. What else do we have? Oh yeah, so in this one, he's running up. I'm gonna actually mute him. So for his second form transformation here, he'd already transformed once, and it still did go into a cinematic, which is strange. So it might have just been a bug for the other person. Might have been like the camera couldn't move because he was in front of the enemy or something. I don't know. So, but it does show that he still does. It still does that animation sometimes. I'm not sure what the trigger is for it. Let's see. Oh, we get to see snake bite. So let me see. Yep, here. So he goes into a shot lock and shows off snake bite. Maybe. Here we go. So yeah, it throws off these hearts. That's why it makes me think it's a customizable thing, because we saw that with the Monsters Inc. Keyblade as well. But yeah, so you know how someone noticed that it looks like there would be 3 banners? None of the photos inside the venue have shown what that third banner would be. I think it was the 2.8 art. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I want to show this off that you can. Let me see. So he's in Hyper Hammer right now, and then he switches Keyblades to the Monsters Inc. thing. It's very fluid. Like I didn't even notice it while I was watching actually. So he's in Hyper Hammer, changes to Smile Gear, switches to Keyblade, and keeps attacking. Like so fluid. It's awesome. Let's show it one more time. He's in Hyper Hammer. Also, if you saw when he did his aerial recovery, he actually had the Keyblade, and then it transformed into Hyper Hammer. So that's weird. Also, that looks like they're playing the Toy Story movie, but no, it's actual gameplay, which says loads about how Toy Story it looks. I know, right? It looks amazing. Looks so good. Okay, so here shows off that we don't have like these text boxes or anything anymore. It's all voice acted. Let me actually turn the audio on. Can't hear it. Cool. But but that's really cool. Again, just kind of adding, like, making sure that you're not falling out of the flow of the game. So a lot of times in Kingdom Hearts, you have these text boxes and different cutscenes that have these loading screens, and so it really cuts into the flow of the game. If you die a lot, there's a lot of loading, especially in the older titles, where it would just break you out of the flow of the game. So it's really cool that they're doing these cutscenes to combat transitions that aren't using any loading screens, and it's just going straight into combat, which is really good. Also, he was showing running on these walls. As soon as you jump off of the when you're running, as soon as you jump off the wall, you trigger flow motion. I thought. See if he jumps forward. There we go. So you can jump side to side on the wall, and then you can actually jump off the wall, and that triggers flow motion. Athletic. I keep calling it flow motion. Athletic flow. What else? 1830. He has a bunch of. It does a much better look at the aerial summon, I think. Could be wrong. Also, you can see cutscenes in the background, right behind the screen, which I don't think you're supposed to be able to see. But so that's cool, I guess. Oh, interesting. You have like this good indicator on the top left, right under your score. So you can either do like good or bad, I guess. And I guess if you do bad, maybe it ends the animation. It's kind of like the shot log, how if you hit X in 2.8, it would say like good or excellent or bad, and then it would kind of like you could keep going or you would stop if you didn't do good enough. You watched the GameStop video with cutscenes? No, I don't. I haven't seen that one. Think The Incredibles make it in? I don't think so. It might be though. And also here we see idle animations, which is awesome as well. And yeah, no, I have not seen that actually. Someone actually sent me a link to another trailer, which hopefully 17 minutes. Goodness, what? I haven't actually seen this. Huh. So yeah, let's actually watch this. Osama Body, if you want to send over that link, that'd be awesome. We can watch that one. I haven't seen this. We have seen all this though. It's kind of boring. Not boring, it's just we've seen it so many times. I love this animation here. It's so cool. I know it's like scripted and like you probably have nothing to do with it, but it like slows down and it's so cool. I hope that when the characters run, they say clack 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 as toys. I think the audio engineering is on point with this game, so I'm sure there'll be some kind of extra sounds. This is all the same stuff we've seen. Bunch of this. And it's like cutting out, so it's not actually. Yeah, this is mostly everything we've seen already. I wonder what's supposed to be new here. It shows off that you have like multiple slots here, so you have 3 dots and 3 pages of customization. Also, the ball rolling is the same as Roxas ball rolling, confirmed. Oh, Ventus and Birth by Sleep. Oh no, I understood, Julian. Let me think what else there is. Oh, interesting. I didn't know. Okay, so you can guard in the air? What? That's interesting. Huh. Okay, so it's showing off the changing keyblades, which we knew. Again, he didn't. I think you can trigger the falling animation, and he didn't trigger it here. He just decided to go down. So that's more than enough time to trigger that animation. Can't link it here, but go on GameStop YouTube page and it's there. Okay. I'm gonna pull this one over. We might have looked at it. I just don't know. Totally missed all that. I don't see a Kingdom Hearts trailer. It's on GameStop TV. Oh, GameSpot. Okay. We might have already looked through that one. I'm not sure. And now it's not loading. I actually want to go back. I feel like I saw something. Okay, that actually looked good. He followed him pretty closely with this aerial attack, which is good. Oh, interesting. Look at this. So when he gets hit, instead of just like his normal, so in Kingdom Hearts 2, regardless of what you got hit, you would do the same animation where you just get flown back. This one, it actually takes in where he got hit and changes his body accordingly. That's really cool. Oh, interesting. 23 minutes. We might have watched that one. I don't know. Sorry. GameStop is an anagram of GameStop. A GameSpot, yeah. What was the Keyblade there at Toy Box? That is the Tangled Keyblade. Actually has a little pot symbol for his keychain. So far in the demo, we've had access to the Tangled Keyblade, the Monsters Inc. Keyblade, and the Toy Story Keyblade. Area size similar to Dream Drop Distance was great. Yeah, it's huge. And this is only like I said before, it's only like 30%. I knew you were gonna make that joke, Leah. I said pot and I was like, someone's gonna make a weed joke. Okay, that's interesting. I think that's a new. This little flip here seems new. Okay, so they cut and splice from this gameplay, because some of this is similar to the trailers we've seen before. Okay, we've seen this. I love the cracks in the ground. It's all swirly. Because they could have easily just used the same crack damage as the Hyper Hammer. See there, it's just like general cracks, and then this is all swirly. I love just the attention to detail is amazing. We've seen this, we've seen that. Maybe we haven't seen it. Let me see. Yeah, now we've seen that. But again, like showing, you can either do, like all ground smashes, or you can do like actual like combos. I've said that like 4 times now, but I really think that's like combo modifier of some kind. Yep, again showing that when you get hit, you lose your Keyblade transformation, and then it comes back as you recover. Was that a finisher? Oh no, it's just transformation. Okay, so it's showing a PS4 and Xbox One. That's cool. Oh, that was weird. That's similar. That's a weird. It's like a couple double punches. Not double, but a couple punches. Huh. I want to make like a part 2 to my power form transformation. This is my favorite thing about the twin yo-yos. This grapple is just so cool. Do you like flip it under his leg? Can't tell. So we've seen this. Seen this. That aerial combat looked pretty clean. Also, this is like the developers though. The stuff that didn't look clean is when like people were playing it for the first time. Yep, seen all this. Haven't seen that. Oh yeah, we have seen that. Those are cool how the yo-yos stay small when not attacking. Yeah, yeah. I love his like little throwing animation when he's running. Again, showing shot locks when you're locking on. You have a different ones called Ghost Horde, and then when you hit max, it changes to like a Keyblade specific shot lock. Kind of just reiterating what I've already said. Running animation looks awesome. He's really fast, and I love the like the angling he does with his body. They did that in 0.2 as well. It just really adds to movement. Seen all this. Seen that. Seen this. Seen that. Seen that. Oh, what was that? Oh, hey, we get to see look at Ars Arcanum. Oh, awesome. Okay, this is cool. Okay, this is good. So, you could possibly maybe still use the technique in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you don't finish it. So, these might not actually add, if they have revenge values, this might not add to the revenge value until the final hit, which would be awesome. Yeah, we haven't seen this. Wow. And this is just showing off. Wreck-It Ralph. Okay, cool. And I think we have one more video. We might have already seen this, I believe. Why is it muted? Oh, cool. We get to see the
No time for television. I like his aura most. Woody, what gives? Are they back? All right, guys. Today we teach those masked intruders who's boss. Is everybody in position? Wait, hold on. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared. Would you calm down? Don't worry, I got you covered.
This is long. I don't know if they're actually allowed to show this. Pretty sure they're not allowed to show this.
It's go time.
I thought they had like instructions not to show any cutscenes. Okay, and the Toy Story logo, that's cool. Toy box, that's right. It's not Toy Story. Hasn't been taken down yet. Yeah. It might be like it's a company, so they're allowed.
What in the world?
Seems like GameSpot was allowed.
Where are
Okay, so I was right. So I actually made a video about this, thinking that they showed this part. They showed this for the Toy Story reveal trailer. They showed part of this for the Monsters Inc. Trailer, and so you could actually splice them together. So we've seen this.
Look at us.
Oh, English voice acting.
Border.
That's so cool.
Gorge.
The Sora sounds good.
Order from them.
Okay, we go on 3. 1, 2. Wait! What are you doing? Who are those guys?
And just straight into combat. I love that. It's so good. Okay, awesome. So we actually get to see someone's reaction to it, which is awesome. Let's see if he uses Ghost Horde. I don't... Oh, that was awesome. Whoa. And it killed him too. That's really strong. This guy seems pretty experienced with see, like, that just looks really weird. It seems to like follow properly. It's just kind of strange, that that light pillar attack. I kind of don't like. You can get hit out of combos really fast, and when there's like so many enemies, it's like really hard to actually put together attacks. Which is why like Hyper Hammer and Drill Punch are really good, and Power Form as a whole is really good dealing with mobs because there's a lot of attack of area. I think that's how you say it. That was my favorite conspiracy theorist. Doing pretty well. Welcome. How are classes? So hopefully, yeah, maybe Power Form will help with that, but mob fights seem kind of a little crazy.
Huh? My name's Sora. Oh.
Stay back.
Someone's. Oh, I was about to say someone's put a laser pointer on him. That's funny.
Slow down there, Rex. We don't know them.
So actually, I heard from someone that Yuzora is like the same translation as like Noctis's name, I think.
Ham's right. Did you see how easily they took care of the
They have way more enemies, but way more ways of crown control. Yeah, so it's good. Like, if you use the tools they gave you, it's not overwhelming. What was that school? I was doing other things. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Night Sky. That's what it is.
Not jump to conclusions. Gotta be smart, Woody.
I can probably full screen this.
So you're Andy's new toys?
Toys?
You sure did a number on those intruders. Those are the Heartless. Knew it.
I think we've seen this. Yeah, we've seen this.
Super sidekicks, Maggia and Aegis.
Actually, my name's Sora.
No, I don't think we've seen all of this.
Well, I'm Goofy. And I'm...
The voice acting sounds really good.
Call me him. It's
Why doesn't Sora have to use any resources? What do you mean? Also, welcome.
I'm your biggest fan. In fact, I've been playing your game for months now, and I've already gotten you all the way up to level 47. But that Bahamut boss is really
That's funny.
can't figure out how to beat him. Oh, I wish Slinky and the others were here. They'd be so happy to meet you. All troops.
The only thing that cost him anything in demo gameplay I saw was summoning Ralph. No, so actually in the gameplay, we can keep watching this. I'll show. You actually, so we've seen him use MP for magic. We've seen him use focus gauge for shot locks. We've seen him use MP for summons.
They're all toys?
So yeah, it's definitely a pretty full demo.
Excuse me.
Also, his hair gradient's really cool.
Said that you've battled those intruders before.
Like starts dark and gets lighter as it goes down.
Where and why?
Oh, well,
You didn't see this in the demo?
we are...
Hey, welcome, Mr. K. Yeah, no, someone linked it. Weird. Osama Body.
Take it easy, bud. What
Oh,
matters
did
is
Donald
that
have a
they
hole in
got
his
those
foot or a peg? Oh, I missed it. I don't know.
Toys?
No, I don't see anything.
Tell us where and why.
Oh, well, we are...
Well, somewhere.
It's so cool. I feel like this is gonna be such a it's gonna have its good moments, but the writing for it seems really funny.
Our way, for at least a little while. No
Seems really similar, like Kingdom Hearts 1-ish.
Noted.
Kind of just some goofy interaction between Sora and his buddies.
Those intruders, the heart...
But all his transformations, blade transformations, and traction flow are free. Yeah, so those don't use any. He uses MP for summons or the focus? He uses MP for summons. In Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance, we didn't use resources for transformations, or we didn't use resources for transformations in Birth by Sleep, and we didn't use resources for athletic flow in Dream Drop Distance.
And we were the only toys left here.
Oh, when he dodged the skateboard?
My name
My
is
bad.
Sora.
You really tough.
Well, they're all.
Mm. Mm. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think it's just a peg.
Problem around here?
No, they just showed up a little while ago.
In fact, those
Like how
smart
Buzz
lessons
doesn't trust them.
realized
Yeah, it's very it's very Buzz. He's like,
friends up and
he feels like he's still like in character, or it seemed that at first he kind of like
can't just be a
was back into his old like original Buzz
Wasn't always this lonely.
Lightyear cadet, whatever you call him.
One day we woke up.
Uh,
We were the only toys left here. Nobody's heard
transformation
from Mom,
styles or something on their own.
or Andy.
It seems like you can just use whatever you want at any point. I'm worried he doesn't even get locked out of the party members when he summons.
We keep waiting for
You to hit
Andy
enemies to
come
change
home.
transformation gauge. Yes. Well, so I feel like they're balancing it out. So, yes, the transformations don't take resources and you get it really fast. But like with second form, as soon as you use the finisher, it's done. It's over. And you have to build it back up again.
We better start looking.
But also there's a bunch more enemies.
Go on. Any other
And if you actually notice back here, he was getting hit a lot because he wasn't going into Hyper Hammer. And so like, I think they're necessary because there's a lot more enemies. There's a lot more chaos going on. What? How did I miss that? I love this. It's so cool. He was here, right? Oh, also he didn't get hit there, did he? So this guy tries to hit him, but we don't see any damage getting taken, so that's cool. But yeah, there's like so much going on. I feel like transformations and stuff are going to be very vital.
Nobody's
Could be
heard
wrong.
from Mom.
This is a long cutscene. I'm going to skip it unless you guys want to keep watching it.
He's the best friend that toys like us could ever hope.
I'm glad that at least he's taking damage more often. Yeah, it seems really crazy, so I think transformations are going to be good. Also, I don't think you gain health back from transformations.
strange things that happened?
And yeah, he's very mobile. So even though we can like transform into these forms, in Kingdom Hearts 2 you could go into a dry form and get all your health back. In this one, I don't think you get your health back.
after everyone went MIA, the intruders didn't come alone. They arrived with a guy
Okay, yeah, we can keep watching.
dressed in
See you
black,
later, Leon.
just like you.
I did a salute for some reason, even though I don't have a camera.
Only other toy we've seen.
A black hood? But that would mean.
The organization. You know who it is?
Yeah.
In Birth by Sleep, you also didn't get health back on style changes. Oh, did you not? Okay,
A lot of enemies.
that makes sense.
We may have.
The soldiers, they got me.
Would you mind if we handle this?
I'm sorry, but we're not going to leave this to you.
Huh?
If that guy had something to do with our friends vanishing, then he's our problem too. We've got to work together.
I saw someone complaining about the voice acting. It's not bad.
Right. So then.
That was a long cutscene. We had like maybe 2 or 3 minutes of fighting.
Recon team.
The latest reports place them in town.
That's
sir.
crazy.
At Galaxy Toys.
Wonder how many hours the cutscenes are.
Where we're going. Sora,
I did notice the influx in enemies, so I hope it balances out.
it's out the window and down
It
the
almost seems like his attacks are more focused, and he's not just throwing his attacks at the air around him. Yeah, no. So I was actually talking about this before. Your attacks change depending on what's around you and how close they are. And so one attack or one combo can have you starting with a sliding attack to get towards enemies, and then going into a full attack. Or it can get you, or you can just start with like regular attacks and do a sliding dash in the middle. So I think the combat's gonna be like very smart, I guess is the right word, in that it changes to what's happening around you, which will keep the combat feeling really fresh. Yeah, no, I like Sora's voice too. It's good.
Okay.
Ah, look at that transition. That's so cool. Just like the flow of this game is gonna be so good. Also, I meant to point this out. A lot of times you'll see him run into his party members, and he like dodges out of the way, so you can't just like move them. You'll like dodge around them. I think that's really cool. My only gripe with the voice is Goofy doing a good job so in the Titan fight, which looked kind of dated. Yeah, a lot of the combat quotes are from previous iterations of games. I think his combat quotes come from Kingdom Hearts 2, and Dream Drop Distance for Sora. It's gonna be like Metal Gear with 2-hour long cutscenes. That would be crazy. I had to like end the stream. I'd have to have like a 2-part stream for just cutscenes. So again, showing that you can change between keyblades just by hitting the D-pad. That's really cool. It's very fast. Kind of looks like it reset his animation though, which is weird. Huh, that's weird. It's not bad. It's just strange. Oh, look at that. Look how the Monsters Inc. trailer comes in, Keyblade comes in. It like spins gears. That's cool. Never been so satisfied with a map. Oh, I completely missed that. Let me get back. Still does the same thing as Ventus. His blade transformations are actually exciting. Mirage Staff is the only one I'm worried about because it kind of has that I'm just throwing stuff out feel. So I've actually noticed, and it might not be with Mirage Staff, with a couple of magic forms transformations, it seems like it attacks a lot of enemies if you're like not locked on, and so it's a wide range, or you can like lock onto someone and focus in on it. But it also seems like it's very based on like movement, and so like getting out of the way. Ooh, look at, he's not even touching the ground there. That's strange. Yeah, no, you could change. Yeah, even during combat, you can change between keyblades. Well, with magic, it's all about the looks. Yeah, I've. It's really weird because magic form, we haven't seen them use magic with them, which is like the main purpose of magic form. I don't know if they like did it on purpose or they were just waiting to like show it off, but I feel like that's gonna be where magic form actually shines. So with Record Valve, you can spawn these lights and it stuns them. Is it doing damage? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so you can like run at them and damage them that way, and then you can do. Is he gonna do a finisher? Here we go. And that like sends blocks flying towards enemies. Cool. Yeah, it looks like it just stuns them. See, look at that. I love that. So again, like I said before, in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you got hit, it would have the same animation where you just get thrown back. This one, it actually, wherever you get hit, his body like angles away from it. See that? So he's angling away from the hit that he got, which is really cool. Was the Mirage attack a finisher when you made copies and they all shot out bullets? I don't think so. It might be. I'm not sure. Oh, it is the finisher. Oh wait, which way are you talking about? The one where he makes a tower, or he like dashes forward and makes the after images that attack? Instantly reverts back to normal solar. Oh, the tower. Okay, the tower. No, the other one. I don't know if that's a finisher. I haven't had enough time to look at it. We've seen this before. Ooh. The dash is pretty much just the dodge. So I think, yeah, like when you, because I don't think we've seen him dash any other time, and
Why doesn't that toy
I don't know though.
I guess it hasn't figured it out.
figured what out?
I can make it move for you.
Whoa! Oh, this is so cool.
I'm so honored you remember.
You're from the dream. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. He looks so good.
Oh no, he can move. Way cool.
Look out!
Oh my goodness. Okay, and it'll use whatever keyblade that you have.
See how they bring him to life? Like heartless and nobodies, they
Do you see that texture on his neck? I don't know if that's just the camera being grainy.
Why are you doing this?
there's a darkness we are missing and must.
There is some footage in the past of him canceling air attacks, but I didn't manage to see any of that here. So yeah, he can change. He can dash out of attacks and air attacks. We actually, I don't know which trailer it was. We saw him guard in the air, And so he stopped his attack with a guard in the air, which we've never seen with Sora.
Let me down.
It was like the Japanese version of the Monsters Inc. trailer. Gotcha. Yeah, we've seen that you can still dodge out.
Buddy, what is going on? Is this
The grain is usually anti-aliasing on the shadows. Oh, okay.
I think we've got our answer.
Oh my goodness. So is it gonna
Yeah, if the Heartless know how to do it.
is it gonna start us like separated from Donald and Goofy?
Do what? Huh? Brilliant. I'm on it.
I'll worry about resource management aside. This game is looking clean. Yeah, it looks awesome. I'm not a fan of the blasters, honestly. Okay, you start out like this. Okay. And again, having a tutorial screen that you can skip past if you need to. What's nice about this is it's not like stopping you every couple seconds to teach you. It gives you this. It gives you. I feel like it gives you like a full comprehensive tutorial, and then you can just go through it or skip through it. Because in Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1, you had like the dive to the heart sequences, which I think we still will have, but it seems like. Oh, hello. What? Seems like we'll be able to skip.
he was being controlled?
That's funny.
And just switched into battle mode?
So I wonder what happens if you beat them while you're not inside the mech, if it'll be a different cutscene.
It's nothing.
I'm confused. That
So it's like,
guy in
ooh,
the
that.
coat, did he say he made a copy of the
Either his
rules?
auto landing on scripted things is looking cleaner too. Yeah, there's a scene where he's like diving to the ground and then he dodge rolls out of it, which also looked like super clean. The animations are looking so good.
Only one of the worlds is real. and the other
Yeah,
is
pretty much
only
seamless.
convincing.
You can't be serious. Oh, that's right. You're from a video game. But here in reality, you can't split worlds.
Huh?
This is ridiculous.
Hey,
So meta.
Woody, let's go.
So we're starting to understand Kingdom Hearts lore.
Sound just a little
That makes one of us.
But say we have been taken to some kind of alternate world. That would explain why your laser's real. And is it really that crazy? We're
Oh.
savers and protecting the galaxy? Any of that ring a bell?
Point taken. But that just means these strangers are part of the delusion. And I say it's time we parted ways.
This is so cool. It's so well written.
Thought we were friends, not strangers.
It's breaking the meta wall.
look, I get that it seems
It's
weird,
too meta for itself.
but we know something's wrong with this place. We should stick together.
Sora's right. They helped with the intruders, so they might help find our friends. They have been there.
Man, these
for
cutscenes are so long.
You can't deny that.
It's awesome.
Come on. Every toy deserves a fair shake. Am I right?
Tell it to that toy over there.
Buzz is so grumpy. I love it.
Sheriff, sir!
Huh?
Rex has just been dino-napped!
What's that?
My men saw him get hauled up to the second floor, sir! And Ham and the aliens are MIA!
Come on.
Also, no reused
We've
walking
got to
cycles.
find them.
Please, let us help.
What do you mean?
Well, Buzz, do you really think we can save our friends on our own? We didn't get very far before. We got to take all the help we can get.
Don't worry. Sora can be reckless, and Donald grumbles a lot.
It's true.
But you can trust him.
It's true.
Huh? He does?
I wonder if these toys in the background are actual toys.
Am I right, Buzz?
With the ability to switch keyblades mid-battle, I'm happy to see that the options allow for a build-style playthrough.
But just so we're
Yeah,
clear,
and you can actually change them while you're in, like while you're transformed, and so it'll change you from like,
with you till we find our
I don't know, say the Kingdom Key, you're in second form and you change to the Monsters Inc. Keyblade. It'll change you out of second form into the base form for the the monsters in Keyblade, so then you can start building up towards the Keyblade transformations. It's all like so fluid. It's so cool. Yeah, I was hoping for it too, especially when like they showed off these forms or these transformations. Because then you're like stuck if you can only use one Keyblade before going into a menu.
Hey, think we could use that?
Did they just do bad when not strapped to a rocket? They use a rocket. That's awesome.
It's perfect. Come on, guys.
Again, it's probably another seamless. That's so cool. That's so cool.
Say, this looks like a way in.
That's awesome.
3 rails.
Yeah, and each one leads.
Okay, I haven't actually seen the second floor. Oh, this is dragon.
Somewhere different.
Wonder. Wait, did the mech appear like a heartless? Oh, it like transported in. That's cool. Maybe switch when your arrows, gauge, or partially full as a reset as well. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I've seen anyone do that before. I don't know though. That's a really good question. I would assume it would. Hey, welcome, Premier. After Deem Sky and Biz, kind of gets me a bit worried. Biz stated some impressions in his Discord. Oh, really? Oh, you can get hit. Interesting. He took some damage here, I think. Yeah, that's not good. What were his impressions? The arrows seem kind of inconsistent. Okay, so we still have an arrow. Well, he's not changing Keyblade, so I guess we can't tell. It stays there for a while, though. So I would assume that you'd still have... I think there's one video I know that has that, where he changes mid combat. Mob fights are annoying, ballsy, and not good. Oh really? Air guard. Yeah, I did see air guard in one of these playthroughs. Big enemies don't stagger, smaller enemies do. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so I think that's just an attack, yeah. So it's not a finisher. That's so, I love that. Did he go? Oh, he went straight to finisher. Might be staying there because of the summon. True, yeah. Yeah, and you were hitting, so it would stay. I wonder if we'll have Combo Master right after the start. I know this is just a demo, but I don't know. Did the finisher restore health? Probably someone healed him, I would assume. Yeah, Donald healed him. He liked the boss. Rock Titan has a knowing camera. He said wall riding is near, but it is a little weird. He said it's floaty still. Yeah, well, Kingdom Hearts 2 is floaty as well. I feel like some combat's gonna be floaty, which I don't think is bad. It's just not using that kind of combat if you don't want it. I'm a little sad that forms are linked to transformations.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, I think it balances it out because you could really use you could like cheese drive forms a lot by like going into rooms that like had your party members walking around, so it refilled your drive gauge going out to world maps. So I think it kind of balances it a little bit. Dylan healed amazing. Yeah, right. He did say there was so much to intake and that it was impossible to really find what to critique. Yeah, no. When all this stuff first came out, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, let's just take a break. I got off and like just kind of processed what I had already seen. Titan fight looked really old. Just hoping that there are equal chances to use forms of different keyblades. Oh, I'm sure there will be. Especially because you can have like at least 3. Okay, that was it. I'm gonna add that to my playlist. If you guys want to see any of these videos that I was watching, it's in a playlist I have. Yeah, let me actually try to open up the other one we were looking at. I'll add this one, I guess, too. It's kind of the same as the other one. That's not what I want to do. Where is that? This one. Okay, so this guy was actually playing. This will be the last thing I look at. But he was here 11:20. Okay, so here he has an arrow. He switches, keeps the arrow. Okay, and then you can probably go right into. Yep. No, wait. Oh, he didn't show it off. But I'm pretty sure you can probably go right into. I'm sure you can go right into the what is it called? Agile clause or whatever. Yeah, GameStop shouldn't be showing cutscenes. Yeah, I didn't think they were or GameSpot. I didn't think they were supposed to. Oh, you can read Japanese. Wind banner area. I don't know. Oh, what he's saying? I think that's like not Japanese. But let me actually put something on this one. I'll keep that going. Okay. Yo, we're Monster Hunter now with those like dragon toys. Have you figured out what the lock-on thing is? The green thing, yeah. So that actually triggers attraction flow. I can actually show the screen here. Oh god. Thing. Okay. Will it actually show it? Yeah, it should like fade out and come back up. It doesn't show it. Anyways, let me see if I can find something real quick now. Now I actually want to find it. Yeah, here we go. This thing right here. So certain guys will have this lock on. This will trigger attraction flow when hit, and then you can use it. It's not completely random. It's dependent on world and place, I think, in the world, or types of enemies you're fighting. No, I thought you said he had a wind barrier arrow, not like a BBS arrow. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, A bit so the attraction flow takes a million years to use. Does it really? It seems. I probably wouldn't use it a lot. It's not my kind of thing. I think it's a fun little thing they put in though, and it does damage. So maybe you can use it to cheese some boss fights or something. Although boss fights probably wouldn't have attraction flow. They'd probably have like a unique attraction flow to their boss fight if they do, like the Rock Titan. By the way, you play this link is just one video? Is it really? So that's weird. It shouldn't be. I'll link this one in the chat, because this will just take you straight to the index. Well, it'll take you to episode 12. Huh, that's weird. This one's the drill? It looks specific to the 2 years. Yeah. Oh, it's the same video every time. That's weird. Are you talking about the cutscenes? I'm so confused. So I just opened up the. Oh, that is weird. Okay, my bad. Huh. Let me. You know what? It's probably all the time we have for today. I'll update the link. I'll share it on this video. and I'll also share it in the Discord if you haven't joined. There's a link in the description below. And if you haven't already, why not consider subscribing? There is a video coming out tomorrow. Hopefully, I have to do a lot more research on all the different magic forms that were shown in these trailers. But it's on magic form. I've already done analysis on the power form, guardian form, and second form, which you can find on my channel. Try to go in depth. Probably going to make some part 2s to cover some of the information we saw in this and these gameplay trailers. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. A lot of fun. I cannot wait for this game. It's going to be so cool. Hope it was entertaining. Hope it wasn't too boring or kept saying the same stuff. Here, actually, if you were watching, it actually shows the guard in midair. Really cool. But yeah. Even after Ever After is apparently the best Keyblade in the game. The demo, at least, Titanfall looks so much better. Yeah, cool. See you guys